designer on me, this they new Chanel. This they splash, this they drip. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Green Bay Packers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Sent to Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. Comes loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet, Matthew Stafford.
When I think of Matthew Stafford, In Detroit, I think of numbers, and I mean passing numbers. 40,000 yards passed in his career last year before a back injury landed him on the IR after just 8 games. And to show his value to the team, the Lions lost all 8 games started by either Jeff Driscoll or David Blau. They need a healthy Matthew Stafford in order to compete in the NFC North.
And he floats one there, incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Lewis. And they hit and lose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's Luke. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop. And score on the fumble return from the Detroit touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Packers, nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
And the Packers. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set before defense, but when you turn it over, It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On first down, Rodgers into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Complete to Marvin Jones. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 29. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On first down at Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. They'll run with Swift. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all
to back them up 5, and it becomes a 37-yard extra point.
And it doesn't seem like a whole lot, does it? But every kicker I've talked to, they've been stressing about the PAT, the extra point, way more than kicking field goals ever since they moved it back to the 15-yard line.
And he's got it up and through. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Lewis. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the 41. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Throwing one incomplete.
The fake extra point.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy. Just like my grandmother.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? He's going to air one out. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 34. Kenny Galladay. Making onto the field with the rest of this offense. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he's set to throw. And Amendola with a catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 31.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 14. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Oh, and now they're going to fake him. And he whips that one incomplete there.
On the fake extra point.
But I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23.
Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 61 yards. And the Lions just continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Rodgers lost the football, and the Lions have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Flushed out right. That's complete. Right to the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. They'll get there and pick it. And they'll have the football deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Lions.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And it's incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot before the break. Stafford. And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast.